Welcome to MTG Explain, guys. Today we have another deck tech video here. It's a fun deck. It's basically based off Haktos the Unscarred. He's a 4 mana cost with 2 red, 2 white, so it's a little bit heavy on the mana colors combo, but not impossible to cast. Definitely like this card. So let's see exactly what this card does. He attacks each combo if able. When he enters the battlefield, you choose 2, 3, or 4 at random, and he'll have protection against all other converted mana costs. So it's kind of crazy. I like this card, and with the rotation coming up soon in standard, I wanted to put him in a deck and just test him out a little bit, get some fun games in. He's a 6/1, so he definitely swings for a lot. His one toughness doesn't really matter too much because he has his protection ability. So I do like him. The idea of this deck is basically to remove creatures and threats and play Haktos down and let him just swing in. For the most part, he'll be unblockable because you have protection against, almost all converted mana costs. And those that he doesn't have protection against, you'll have removal spells to deal with those, so he can just get in for the 6 damage each turn, which puts him on a pretty quick clock. So basically, I do like the deck. It plays similar to a mid-range / control deck. You don't have a lot of creatures in the deck. You're basically trying to control the field, remove creatures, play them down, and win the game. So let's take a look at some of the other cards in this deck. We have 4 Berts. The Berts in here, Amelitids. I don't know if I said that right, but we have 4 of them in the deck. You can search for planes. It helps us get the lands, helps us fix our colors there. It also helps us, slow down their aggro decks with our 0/4 wall, which becomes very useful and helps us gain some life. It's also an enchantment, which helps us with our Archon of Sun's Grace. We have 3 of them in the deck. Sorry, it's broken up into 2 because of the different sets I have the card in. But we do have 3 Archon of Sun's Grace in this deck. So we want to run some enchantment spells that will help us create Pegasus creatures to flying. The Burt does that. It helps us create those creatures. Also helps us get some of our mana. And helps us defend our life total with the 0/4 walls and gain some 2 life towards the end. So definitely a very good card in this deck. We also have 1 Lava Coil just to remove, some of those tougher creatures. It helps us exile them. It doesn't have instant speed, so we don't want to run a lot of it, just a 1 of. We have 4 Omen of the Forge. Again, this is an enchantment that comes in, does 2 damage to any target. Helps us create Pegasus if we have our Archon down. It also has the added ability to sacrifice and scry 2, so that's useful. Helps us helps us filter through some of the cards so we can get what we need to help us win games. We have 2 Scorching Dragonfires. These are good. That helps do 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. So it helps us deal with the planeswalkers. And it exiles creatures, right? So if in this format, there's a lot of creatures here that are being cast back from the graveyard, so it helps us deal with those. Justice Strike is a good card. It kills a lot of creatures. We got cards like Raging Regisaur being played a lot right now in Mono Black Aggro. We got Questing Beast being played a lot. Some of those bigger creatures, the Justice Strike basically deals with those. So it's a 2 mana removal spell that's very, very useful. We got Banishing Light. We got 2 Banishing Lights. It helps us, exile permanents. So any type of permanents we're having issues with, such as planeswalkers or anything like that, this will help us deal with those. And also, it's an enchantment, so it helps Archon of Sun's Grace create more threats, flying threats. So definitely like Banishing Light because it can deal with almost anything. We have 3 Bone Crusher Giants, which are removal spell slash creature. So it helps us, remove some of the smaller threats, and then we can cast it as a creature. Sometimes we may need to, just because we're not running a whole lot of, win cons here, so he can become a win con on his own, because with all the removal spells we have, basically we can remove things that can block him, and he can swing in for 4. Again, it definitely helps us late game, just to do enough damage to try to end the opponent. We have 2 Deafening Clarions. These are an early board wipe that does 3 damage to each creature. They're good because I wanted something that can board wipe but also not kill all our creatures. So it doesn't kill Archon of Sun's Grace, and if Haktos doesn't flip over a 3, since it's doing damage, it won't kill him unless it's a 3, right? Unless he doesn't have protection against 3, then it would kill him. But a lot of times he will have protection against 3 mana cost spells, so the damage won't kill him. But you'll be able to wipe, your opponent's field. We also have Shatter Sky. If we just need a clean board wipe, basically just destroys all the creatures. Definitely a very, very useful card to have access to. We have one Storm's Wrath, which is another type of board wipe, which is 4 damage to each creature and Planeswalker. Helps us remove Planeswalkers along with their creatures. And again, it's dealing damage. It will kill Archon of Sun's Grace, but if Haktos doesn't flip over the 4, he will survive a Storm's Wrath. So that is a key part of having this card in the deck. It's because it won't wipe our Haktos. So definitely like Storm's Wrath in here. It's a 1-of. We also have a 1-of Baneslayer Angel. It's just a big threat, right? A 5/5 flying, first strike, lifelink creature. Definitely just a big threat there. It helps us, gain life. There are a few demons in the deck and some dragons, but that the protection from those probably not going to be too relevant. Mostly just playing him for his first strike, flying, lifelink body of a 5/5. Definitely helps us gain some life and puts a different type of threat on the battlefield for them to deal with. We also have 2 Chandra, the Awakened Inferno. In this deck, a lot of times you gain a lot of mana, so we want some sort of late play game plays if they're able to deal with some of our earlier threats, such as Haktos, Unscarred, or Archon of Sun's Grace. It throws in this other element. Chandra is really good against control decks, and also good against even decks that go wide with creatures, because it can wipe the field with 3 damage to each non-elemental creature. Haktos will have protection against Chandra, so it won't deal damage to him. But it will potentially wipe the opponent's field. So definitely a really good late game play. It's just a 2-of to help us get there. Gives us a little bit more reach in this deck. 1 Purphoros Intervention. It's a good removal card. It also helps us if we need to finish them off towards the end. Again, like I said, sometimes you get a lot of mana in this deck. It helps us kind of use some of the excess mana to remove creatures, Planeswalkers, or also just create a elemental creature with trample and haste that can do sometimes that final points of damage we need. Then we got Heliod's Intervention. It's another great card. It's just a 1-of. It helps us gain some life. Late game helps us gain a life total, double the life target play gains from X. So it helps us against some of the aggro matchups, and also the fact that it can destroy target artifacts or enchantments helps us against reclamation decks. It helps us against Witch Oven decks, things like that. Embercleave helps us destroy some pesky enchantments or artifacts that people are playing these days. So having access to 1-of, again, with killing a lot of creatures and just kind of delaying the game a lot. Sometimes the game goes long, and helps us get some of these 1-of cards that we may need to answer some of their threats. So I do like Heliod's Intervention. It's a good card. So we definitely playing 1 of this just to see, just where we have the access to actual reach to deal with some of their threats. But let's go ahead and jump into some of the games and see how well this deck actually does in practice. Alright, so we only got 2 lands, but we got a Scry land, so I think I'll probably keep this. Let's drop the Scry land. Let's see what we get. Okay, land on top, so we're good with that. That'll give us some of the colors we need to cast the Unscarred Haktos. Alright, so let's play that. Let's do, okay, playing green deck. Barkhide Troll. Alright, so let's play Mountain. I could Banishing Light it, but I don't think that's best. He's probably gonna play more creatures, so we want him to drop more creatures on the field, and then we can wipe it with Storm's Wrath. Okay, he didn't have a turn 3 play, which is interesting. So we're just gonna go ahead and play this Mountain. Let's play Haktos. Hopefully he'll have protection against everything. Hopefully it won't be 4, because if he gets 2 or 3, we can do Storm's Wrath, and he'll have protection from it. Okay, so he has 3, everything but 3, so that's good. So we can definitely Storm Wrath at any moment, and he'll have protection from the 4 damage. Now, even if he ended up having not protection against 4 mana cost spells, we still have another Haktos in our hand, which would be good after a board wipe anyways. But it works perfectly. So let's see what he does, because he even got protection against his Barkhide Troll right now, so he can't even swing in. Questing Beast. That's another reason why it's good that he has protection against everything but 3. If he didn't have protection against 4, that guy could have swung in with Questing Beast. Castle Embreth. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to just Storm Wrath here. I mean, let's get rid of his creatures here. Well, do I? He could draw more creatures. I have protection. I do have to swing with Haktos, so because I have swing with, I can't give him back. Blockers, that'll be 7 damage coming at me. Yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and swing at him first, and then I'm gonna go ahead and Storm Wrath here. So let's Storm Wrath. This is what's so good about Haktos is that he survives the Wrath effects of Storm Wrath. 4 damage to all creatures. You know, as long as he has protection against 4 mana drop spells, he's good. So here, board wipe. I have a 6/1. Yeah, that's not gonna do anything for him. Garruk's Harbinger. Yeah, that's definitely not gonna do much for him. Scorching Dragon Breath it. And let's go ahead and scoop him for 6-0, and he scoops. Okay, yeah, I mean, not much you can do with a 6/1 coming at you with protection against everything but 3 mana spells, removal spells, all that good stuff. Banishing Light still in hand. Definitely removing threats that they may have. So definitely, very, very good first game here. Yeah, Haktos, like him. That worked out pretty well. All right, so let's go to the next game, guys. Let's go to the next game. All right, let's see what we got here. We only got 2 lands. They're both in our tab right now because we don't have a mountain. But we got the 2 birds. It's gonna help us get lands later on. Let's keep it. I mean, let's just keep it. Maybe we'll draw a mountain or something. We got the 2 birds. I mean, they're gonna get us 2 lands. I mean, I know if we don't draw any lands here, we're gonna play it. 3. Okay, mountains. There we go. We got the mountain. So the mountain's gonna do us pretty good. It's gonna help us get that plains here, and then our Castle Embreth does inner tap. So yeah, let's grab plains. So we got some removal spells. We got Banishing Light, which can exile things. We got Treasure Strike, which can kill things. We got Harp Sweeper, that does 3 damage to each creature. I think we're doing pretty well control wise. Spell Collector, alright, so we're playing a real aggro deck. Yeah, let's play Plains, and let's see what he got. I mean, I got 0/4 Defender, so it's gonna that Spell Collector is gonna have to get pretty big to get past that guy. So I think we're pretty safe right now. Hopefully we'll let them, you know, drop a lot of creatures, because, you know, he'll feel compelled to try to get past my 0/4s, which I'm going to be able to create another one with my other birth. And with that pressure coming, he'll drop a lot of creatures, and perhaps we can just do 3 damage to all the creatures and wipe his field and keep our 0/4s on the battlefield until we can draw some sort of threat, just as Haktos or Archon or Chandra, something, right? Or even Bone Crushers. Okay, Robber the Rich. Could be an issue. Gets a Haktos off the top. That's unfortunate. That is definitely unfortunate. Let's block Robber. Robber could be an issue because they can start casting our creatures. So I don't know if I want to let them keep these creatures on the field. Got a Shadow Strike 2. 3 damage to all creatures. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get rid. I'm just gonna get rid of him because I don't want him casting Haktos next turn. That could be very bad because Haktos can, you know, have protection against almost, you know, all spells, mana cost spells, but one, you know, random mana cost spell, which means he might gain protection from everything. Even 3 mana spell would mean I wouldn't be able to wipe him, except for a Shadow Sky. All right, so he's building up his field again. I'm not too worried about this. These guys he got here, Scavenging Ooze. Think about Scavenging Ooze, it just dies to Justice Strike. Like, it doesn't matter how big it gets, it just dies to Justice Strike. So, but I think I'm just gonna stomp the Ooze. That way I can get Bone Crusher on the field. Again, this is why Bone Crusher is good. It just removal spell and a 4/3 body. So let's see what we got. So, okay, a 3/3. Well, let's just block it. I mean, if he had something, it's not gonna do much. Guess 4 mana. 5 mana now. Scavenging Ooze. Not too worried about scavengers. Goblins, not too worried about goblins. Okay, so here we can definitely play a Haktos. The Unscarred. Then we'll have Justice Strike mana open still, so we'll be able to remove Scavengers if he gets too big, or any other threat he may throw down. If, yeah. So definitely, I mean, I could board wipe though. I could shatter this guy and then drop Haktos down. But no, I think I just want to go in. I'm at 23 life. He's not coming at me too hard. I mean, I got 0-4 walls, I got Bone Crusher, I got all that. So yeah, actually, yeah. So let's get in with Bone Crusher, Giant. Justice Strike, I mean, I could Justice Strike on this turn so he doesn't eat up things in the graveyard and gain some life, but honestly, I'd rather him eat up everything's in the graveyard, gain a little life here and there, and then Justice Strike it. So then any future Scavenger Oozes or anything like that won't be able to feed off the graveyard. He would have feed off the graveyard with this Ooze, which it looks like it might be what he's planning on doing. Haktos got protection from everything but 3 mana cost spells. He only got the mana cost of his creatures right now are 2, so he won't be able to swing in. So I'm not sure what his plan is right now. He's probably gonna wait until I swing in for 6-1 and then try to get in with his Scavenging Ooze. But as of right now, I mean, Haktos shuts him down. I mean, this is why I love Haktos. I think kind of an underrated card. Very good when you have a bunch of different type of removal spells. You can remove the things that can give you issues, like that he doesn't have protection against, and swing past the things that he does. So I think having him combo with tons of removals definitely works pretty well, and he hits for 6. He hits for so much, so he puts him on a very, very short clock. I think Haktos works very well in this type of shell here, where we just keep removing creatures and threats. So let's Justice Strike that Scavenging Ooze. So we ate up the whole graveyard pretty much. Oh, Chandra, that's actually really good, and he scoops. It's a little surprising, but I mean, I know, me knowing that I have Chandra in my hand, know that he didn't have much shot. If I probably would play a little longer. I mean, his life total was still at 25. But I mean, I don't blame him. 6-1 coming out, that's going to take away his life total pretty hard. I have the 0-4 walls that are really hard to get past. He probably just knows that his deck didn't have much more bite to it after that. So definitely a good win here again. Haktos is such a good card. I mean, he just, people don't underestimate it and then put a hamper on their game plan. So, but yeah, let's go to the next game. Alright, let's see what we got here. Okay, we got 4 lands, 3 mountains, only 1 plane. So we don't got the double planes we need for Haktos, the Unscarred. But I think this is a keepable hand. We have 2 removal spells, Scorching, Dragonfire, and Justice Strike, which are pretty good, so it'll help us get there. Playing mono black, Gut of Bones. Looks like he's probably playing a mono black aggro deck with Demonic Embrace, Raging Regisaur. It's been pretty popular lately. So let's see what we can do against this deck. Alright, double Gutter Bones. What I like about Scorching Dragonfire is that it exiles them when we kill it, so we can try to slow down their strategy of recasting cards from the graveyard, such as Gutter Bones. There's a lot of cards in this format right now that just come back from the graveyard, so having access to something that exiles those cards is pretty good. So let's Scorching Dragonfire one of the Gutter Bones, and we'll take 2, and that card will be exiled. And we'll be working our way towards playing Haktos the Unscarred. Shadow Scry, that's also pretty good because they're playing an aggro deck. Board wipes are always good against aggro decks typically. I know this deck probably has a little bit more resistance, has some of the cards come back from the graveyard, but definitely slows them down. Justice Strike is also good, so we'll keep down top. Again, most of the cards in their deck have a power that's greater than their toughness, so Justice Strike definitely kills almost all the cards in the deck, with the exception of Murder's Rider. Cards like that, but for the most part, aggro decks try to run cards with greater power. So yeah, let's go ahead and just get rid of let's get rid of the Gutter Bones, which makes them lose the Demonic Embrace, goes to the graveyard. Of course, both cards can be recast from the graveyard, but we're definitely slowing down their their strategy. So Haktos, the Unscarred, comes down. He's a 6/1. Again, guy's protecting against everything but 2, so I think he'll do pretty well. Liliana's Triumph. That makes us sacrifice a creature. That gets around all of our protection abilities of Haktos, so that was unfortunate. Yeah, that was definitely unfortunate. But we'll see. We can play a long game too. We definitely have cards in here that can play a long game, so we'll see. We'll just keep removing things. Yeah, we want to give her a Wrinkle just because he has haste. We'll keep the Shadow Sky for later on. We don't want to swing yet. Oh yeah, okay, so Chandra, pretty good in late game. One of the reasons I like it because, you know, it's a good board wipe that Haktos can survive. It's a win con because it's a 2+ emblem. It's uncounterable, but unfortunately it was just killed by Mirth Rider. At least we got that 1 emblem on it. I mean, it's gonna eat away at the life total very slowly, but at least it's gonna do work. As long as it's eating away at their life total, when we do finally have a threat on the field, their life's gonna be a lot lower. So we'll be able to win quicker. Let's get rid of Justice Strike. Shadow Sky, I mean, it's gonna help us take out multiple threats all at once. And we drew Justice Strike, so let's see, you guys, Demonic Embrace in graveyard. They can cast that back on the Mirth Rider. Would definitely would not be something I would like to see too often. I don't know, I mean, it could, you know, at least I could kill with Justice Strike, but definitely want to just go ahead and board wipe here, because let's just give her 2 threats here. I don't want them getting any life, because right now the one thing we have right now is that emblem, which is a very slow kill, so we don't want them getting any life. Okay, that was good. Then having plays, let's play Birth. Let's get a Plains, see what we can get. As long as this game drags off, I know they have some resiliency, so they can cast their Feather Bones, they can cast their Demonic Embrace, things like that from the graveyard. Vicious Rumors. That was unfortunate. Got rid of our Justice Strike, and now he can cast Gutter Bones. Because we lost life this turn. At least he didn't have enough to play Demonic Embrace. Bonecrusher Giant was actually a pretty good top deck. Because I know he's going to probably try to cast Demonic Embrace from his graveyard. Which would mean he'll have to pay 3 life and he'll discard a card. And then in response, I'll Bonecrusher Giant it. Killing his Gutter Bones and him losing 3 life, discarding a card, and all that effects. And then I'll cast Bonecrusher Giant has a creature on my next turn, and I have a 4/3 beatdown creature. That will hopefully help me win the game. So, okay, so he casted Demonic Embrace from his hand, not from his graveyard. Still gotta respond to it, kill the Gutter Bones, but unfortunately he's not gonna have to discard a card or lose 3 life. But we get rid of his second Demonic Embrace. So that was good. Let's gain 2 life. Let's play the Bonecrusher Giant. Again, this is why the Bonecrusher Giant is pretty good in his deck. He's a 2nd win con. He's a removal spell in the 2nd win con, so definitely useful. Mirth Riders him. Takes the 2 damage. I mean, and he took 2 damage from Mirth Rider just casting it. So we are that emblem win strategy is definitely becoming more real as his life total becomes lower. So he is at 10 life. Archon of Sun's Grace. Let's see what he got. He got 2 Demonic Embraces in his graveyard. He got a Murderous Rider and cast as a creature. Do I want to keep Archon Sun's Grace? I kind of want to keep it just because it's another creature I can put on the field and try to win, but honestly, I don't want him to cast something and then cast a Demonic Embrace on it, and then I could be losing very quickly. Because he could basically just cast Mirth Rider and then Demonic Embrace. On top of Mirth Rider and then swing. Then he would have been able to swing with Lifelink. Because I would have drew the Archon this turn. Yeah. So yeah, that was definitely the right choice, but Perforous Intervention. I mean, luckily I drew the removal spell I needed. Otherwise, I would have been in some trouble here because the Demonic Embrace is definitely coming on his Mirth Rider. So yeah, let's Perforous Intervention, his Mirth Rider. Let's get that card off the field. I mean, I could create a creature to trample haste, but he got the lifelink. I mean, I could cast it for you know, 8, but it's just not enough to kill him. So let's just get rid of the creature. Let's just play the long game. Let's just go with the emblem. Emblems do 1 damage each turn. I don't want to give him any ins or outs. Let's just get rid of that. Mirror's Rider. Goodbye. Alright, so we got Heliod's Intervention. That's actually not bad. We can gain a lot of life. Definitely not bad. Let's see what we got. Sacred Foundry. Okay, tap. And we're lucky it's not casting anything. Yeah, we're definitely going on that emblem win con here. Omen of the Forge, definitely good. It's a removal spell, helps me remove things in his deck, and also just speeds with the clock by 2. So definitely things are looking pretty good for us right now. Definitely just not drawing anything. 10 mana, that gets hurt. Yeah, let's just speed up that clock now. We can sacrifice Omen to try 2 also. Let's see what we got. 2 lands, yeah. Let's put those on the bomb. We don't need more lands. We're pretty good on lands right now. Lava Coil, good removal spell. It's not instant speed, but it will work. Excel things. So. Knock them down to 2. I mean, I don't see them coming back from this. Pretty bad spot they're in right now. Leon Tramp, sure. Sacrifice our 0/4. And yeah, he skips. Yeah, there wasn't much they can do there. Yeah, it looks like he was just top decking a lot of land sorting in there. Unfortunate for him. And we drew pretty luckily to drop that removal spell to remove Mirror's Rider after we scryed there. So yeah, definitely it shows how the deck can also go long. Go into the late game with Chandra. Definitely is a win con. So let's go to the next game, guys. Alright, let's see what we got here. We got 3 lands, so I think I'll keep this. We got a couple board wipes in our hand. We got 3-mana board wipe. We got the 4-mana Shatter the Sky. Definitely can remove any threats he throws on the field for the most part. Hopefully we'll get that 4th mana. Also got Archon of Sun's Grace, which is a good card to have. Especially since our deck runs a lot of enchantment removals. Definitely helps us, you know, create tokens and gain life. Hopefully win the game. So let's see what he got here. Alright, so we play a Mountain Scorch Spitter. Alright, so this seems like a mono red aggro deck, which actually our hand actually becomes a lot better because our board wipes are definitely going to help us against this deck. We have the 3-mana board wipe, which helps us remove the earlier threats, and we have the Shadow Sky to remove some of their later threats. Robert the Rich sure will take the damage, whatever damage is coming at us right now, about 4. Go down to probably 16 here. Let's... You know, we also have Heliod's Intervention, which is also pretty decent against red. I mean, it helps us gain that life, but also it's helps us destroy things like Embercleave, which is useful a lot of times. So let's just board wipe here, 3 damage to each creature. But yes, Heliod's Intervention is actually pretty good against mono red. Because of the life gain and the ability to destroy Embercleave. So what is he gonna do? We got 4 cards in hand, 3 land on the field. Bone Crusher Giant. Just drew my own. I'm not too worried about Bone Crusher right now. I mean, I could. I mean, I really do not want to Shadow Sky just 1 creature. And 4 damage can come at me, knock me down to 12. I think I'll be fine. I don't really want to play Archon or my own Bone Crusher. I mean, I could play my own Bone Crusher just for they can block and trade, but I'd rather just keep it for later. I think I'm just gonna play Birth here. Search for planes, and then perhaps board wipe next turn. Maybe we'll get two of his creatures at least with the board wipe. So we'll see what he plays here. We'll take the 4 coming at us. from his Bone Crusher, but I think we'll be well positioned after our second board wipe. Okay, another robber, so that's gonna actually be 6 coming at us. That's gonna knock us down to 10. That does bring our life total down. Yeah. Take 6. So I think we're gonna have to board wipe next turn. Lapis Aegis, unfortunately, he's gonna get a couple more cards. Yeah, we definitely want board wipe before he plays his see, there's an Emberclave and then his enchantment creature there, which makes it where any creatures die. To create tokens that can't block 1/1 tokens. So we definitely want to Shadow Sky before he plays that guy down. I would not want him to play that guy down and then him create a bunch of tokens after I board wipe. So I definitely want to Shadow this guy here. Looks like he's just gonna lose the Emberclave. He wouldn't play the Emberclave. Yeah, so definitely want to, Shadow Sky here before he plays Annex. He is gonna play Annex next turn, which could be an issue. Because I wouldn't. But Helios Invention kills Annex too, so that's a plus there too for the Helios Invention. It kills his enchantment creature, Annex, and it deals with Embercleave, and it gains his life. So it's actually a pretty versatile card against mono red here. So yeah, he definitely plays Annex. He's a 2/3. See, I can't Justice Strike it, I can't Bone Crusher it, can't Omen of the Forge it, but I can definitely heal and Intervention it right now. So that's probably going to be our game strategy. I don't really want him getting value off of it, but let's play Archon of Sun's Grace because why not? I can block Annex and then later on he starts throwing more creatures. I'll probably want to kill Annex. With cards like Helios Invention, and then I have also Omen of the Forge ready, which will create me a 2/2 token flying creature. So you got my own Archon off the top with Robert the Rich. I don't think I'm going to block. If he has 2 mana open, he probably has another Bone Crusher to try to kill my Archon. I think it's just much better just to keep it. Swing in 3, gain life. Also play Omen of the Forge next turn. Start creating some tokens with lifelink. So I don't think I want to block her at all. No, this is not something I want to do. I'll just take 5. It's not a big deal. I'm gonna have the lifelink and be creating tokens soon. So yeah, don't block. Let's take 5. See what you got. He definitely can't play Embercleave. He doesn't have nothing with enough creatures, so I'm not worried about that. Lapis Stage again. Lands, that's not gonna do him much. Not gonna do him much good. Another Omen of the Forge, really good. It's gonna help us create more tokens with life. Tokens that our Archon gives lifelink to. So let's swing in for 3. Knock him down to 17. We'll go back up to 10. And we have a lot of removal spells in our hand. We can basically do almost anything in his deck at this point. So let's pass it over to him. That way we can probably want to start removing things on his turn. See what he does. He's thinking here. Probably gonna Bone Crusher us in the face. Because I think that's what he was going for. If I were to block with my Archon, he was probably gonna Bone Crusher it or... Yeah, okay, so he Bone Crushers us to the face. I'm not... that's just 2 damage. We're not worried about that at all. Sure. Play Bone Crusher, but I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, let's Justice Strike the Annex, because now his power is equal to his toughness. So we'll destroy him there. He'll gain a token. I want to do it before Bone Crusher hits the field, because once Bone Crusher hits the field, he'll have that 4 power, which means he'll create 2 tokens instead. So definitely rather do it before Bone Crusher hits the field. That way he only gets 1 token. Bone Crusher's coming in. I'm just gonna play Omen of the Forge. Probably kill Robert the Rich, and then I'll create a token 2/2 fly token that can give that Archon gives lifelink to, and we'll start gaining some life. Swing in for 5. I have another Omen of the Forest to remove another creature and create another lifelink flying token. That will probably win us the game here. And another early scoop, but I mean he didn't really have much of an option, I guess. I mean, you know, I have a lot of lifelink creature. I'll be getting 5 life next turn. I still have a ton of removal in my hand. He may have not known that, but he's probably feeling pretty down, probably running out of steam. So again, another good game. Yeah, no, I actually really like this deck. It's performed pretty well. Alright guys, well here's one last look at the deck. I mean, again, I think we can make some changes to it. Some of these cards are probably not as useful. You know, maybe not the one Lava Coil. Maybe we take out the Baneslayer Angel. You know, I did kind of like the Storm's Wrath, so maybe add another one of those. Again, you know, I did like the deck. I really enjoyed it. It played pretty well. I do like Haktos, the Unscarred. This is a pretty decent deck. It's a fun deck to play. If you want to play this deck before, you know, rotation hits, go, you know, feel more free to play it. I'm gonna have the deck list in the comments. In the description section. So please check it out if you are interested in this deck. It's a lot of fun. We do appreciate you guys watching, and please like and subscribe to our channel. And comment below if you like this deck or any other type of, you know, decks that you've been playing, you know, before rotation hits, or, you know, what's your experience, you know, if you ever played Haktos the Unscarred before, just let us know in the comment section. But we do appreciate you guys watching, and we'll talk to you guys later.